Also, the raw card cards to go up the skull rack. It's like Gush, but Gush is
2 cards on the bottom for Yosef on breakfast, it looks like, and we are ready to go.
All right, ready?
Not sure who's on the play here. Okay, Yosef on the play. Fetch to Tundra. Getting us started.
Under.
Turn 1 Ponder. It resolves. Is everyone watching aware at this point what Cephalid breakfast is? Does anyone have any questions? Is anyone experiencing confusion right now?
If you're keeping on your ponders, you know?
I don't have any options.
I'll fetch.
All right, Force of Fill fetching now. Kiviak with a great question. Why breakfast? So very early on in Magic's history, combo decks were named after breakfast foods and cereals. That's kind of the short explanation.
Enjoyable. I thought you were talking pre-modern.
Oh, no.
Meticulous Archive, Surveil for Force of Fill. Why not lunch? Great question. I don't know. You'll need a time machine for that one, probably.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This one. I don't show you the other ones.
You're
Just
at
in the order.
each man, right?
Okay.
You're at 10.
Rain draw. Okay.
Oh, we need to roll.
Sinorna says that breakfast is a Thassa's Oracle deck and it wins the game by BSing. Something like that. Boros Cornflakes, yeah.
You go.
Well, if you want to. Oh, I get to choose. Yeah.
Under 16, Witch Enchanter. I have no idea what that is.
All right, just passing the turn. End of turn. Deduce. Make a clue, draw a card.
Fear it, but I'm not going to force a will to do this.
So you don't have. It's not uncommon.
Gives me so many cards for it.
It is counter.
Underground Sea. Caramel.
Force pitching to Neo.
Underground Sea Counterbalance. Okay, so if you've been watching our live streams over the last couple of weeks, months, Phil had not been running Underground Seas in this deck. So this is a new version of the Miracles deck, I guess. Very, very interesting.
Draw for turn? No.
Counterbalance on the stack. This card is a big part of this deck. Yeah, Roland says he's gone to the dark side. Force pitching Cephalid Illusionist on the counterbalance. Going after it. Yeah, Sirius saying I'm shocked to see Underground Sea from Phil. Yeah, you don't see Phil with many Underground Seas. Not these days. There were in the before times, pre-pandemic. I have memories of playing blue-black X control mirrors against Force of Phil. Creatures like Leovold and Tassiger, Baleful Strix, Diabolic Edict, Liliana's. Me and Phil used to go at it. Throw down. Deathrite Shamans. Some good memories. Here's to Fairy Time Raveler.
Call? Really? Yep.
A couple of OGs, yeah.
Terrifying thing I've ever heard.
Blue. Thoughtcast.
Just all bounceable draw card. Yep.
All right, bounce the clue, draw a card. Why not? Pass the turn. So Fairy Time Raveler will be a real pain in the butt for Phil. Can Phil beat it?
Yep.
There's like this 90s MTG chapter of my life where, you know, my reputation has become, as far as decks I play, goblins and dinosaurs and Maverick and all this stuff. In the before times, I was a blue gamer. I played blue control, Delver, almost strictly. Something happened. I don't I don't know what happened. I think I just became curious about other kinds of decks and never looked back. Here's Cephalid Illusionist.
Sure. So you don't get any
You do your thingy, put deduce on top.
Sure am.
Okay.
Am I that predictable?
Go ahead.
There it is.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary. It sounds like Deduce is going back on top of the library.
You have reach, right? This round.
I feel good.
No.
Are we live?
I'm gonna land cycle.
Okay, after Deduce goes back on top, Lorien Revealed will island cycle, so it's getting shuffled in.
Draw first. Let's ask for draw.
Finds a Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary, a big part of this deck. Sinorna says, I don't believe you play decks without dinosaurs on a spaceship. Sinorna, I don't think Legacy players even know what that card is at this point.
Cast Ponder.
I played a deck with dinosaurs on a spaceship at FNM this past week. 2 of my opponents were like, what the hell is this card? This card is broken. And I won. They couldn't believe it.
Put 3 in my pool. 2 to Painter's Servant.
Yeah, Roland saying I'm on a spaceship.
You got it.
Terminus gets dumped to the graveyard by Predict. Miracle's not the best with Teferi on the battlefield. Brainstorm goes back on top of Phil's library. Another counterbalance. It's going to be helpful. Brainstorm on top of the deck, double counterbalance. The counterbalance is still triggered despite Teferi. Teferi goes up to chapter 3. Chapter 3. 3 loyalty. Here's Nadu. Oh boy. The bird, everybody. It's frickin' bird.
Cards?
2 cards in Yosef's hand. Is Nadu okay in Legacy at this point? Does anybody feel strongly about this? Is it fine? Is it broken? How do we feel? Swords on Nadu. Force pitching Daze, protecting Nadu. Phil's going to fetch in response. Phil's going to put Lorien Revealed on top in response to Force, countering it. Why is Nomads and Corp being shown right now?
I feel like it's cut.
I don't know where that Nomads came from.
Cast Bridge.
So counterbalance also allows Phil to fetch and put cards on top of the deck with counterbalance despite Teferi. Oh, it came from the Nadu trigger from Swords. That makes so much sense. Okay, so the Nomads and Core was added to the hand by Nadu. I just missed that. I was like, what? Where is this Nomads from? That makes sense. I totally missed it. My bad. Teferi takes up to chapter 4. Why do I keep saying chapter? Loyalty 4.
Sanctuary. Brainstorm on top.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary puts Brainstorm on top. Ponder in response. Instant speed Ponder. Storm wants the frog back. Roland says still does things that really shouldn't happen in MTG, specifically playing multiple lands at instant speed, so ban it. Okay.
Good.
Lorien reveal now for Phil. The dog with a question: is Miracles favored in this matchup? That is a good question. I don't think so, but you know what? I'm not really sure. Feels pretty 50-50 to me. How does everybody else feel?
It's like it's either packed or empty. I don't really know what. There wasn't like some turning that people were traveling to. Actually, there was a vintage tournament over the weekend. Maybe a lot of people were there.
Okay, Teferi up to 5.
Some overlap.
Yeah, the Dark Ritual playmat on Yosef's side is awesome. I agree. Both players with nice playmats.
As long as I haven't really played Legacy.
Cyanorna says, I am pretty 50-50.
Wait. Thing 3. Prismatic ending one of them.
Okay, a prismatic ending on a counterbalance. One of them has been eliminated. Urza's Saga, not bad. Bounces a counterbalance. Uh-oh.
How does that happen?
Okay, Nomads and Nadu combo assembled. Narcomoeba. Savannah comes in. Thassa's Oracle to hand. So Thassa's Oracle and Narcomoeba to hand. A bit awkward here. But Nadu and Nomads will continue for now. To Phil's turn, they'll be able to do their abilities again at instant speed at some point.
It's more witch. Nobody called that.
Well, no, I guess that.
Nobody called that.
Deduce getting responded to with the abilities of Nomads and Core and Nadu. Tropical Island comes in. Another Nadu is found.
It's almost an instant.
Oh, that's actually Brain Surge, not Deduce. My mistake. Brain Surge on the stack. So now, Yosef casting a Brainstorm.
I'll keep it.
We know that a counterbalance was bounced, right?
Triggered. Results.
It resolves.
This is what you get for playing Chelsea. I've told you many times, never play Chelsea. Horrible player. You never see me playing that, do you?
I'm at 19. I'll play land. Well,
Okay, now a Ponder for Phil. Ponder Shuffle. So, Nomads and Nadu have used up their abilities for this turn. Phil might be looking for a way to remove Nomads right now.
You'll have time to draw them.
Yosef with a lot of cards in hand.
You were digging for your bullet.
4 Mystic Sanctuaries currently on the board on Phil's side.
Easy.
Phil has a lot of cards in hand too. The Teferi Time Raveler is really good right now. Redeploying Counterbalance. What number did Phil put back on top of the deck? Finds a Tundra. Swords on the Nomad.
Okay, oh, you are gonna play that? Yeah, I'm not forcing it. I'm not as crazy as I look.
Okay, so Nomads is gone.
It's a bummer. So what else is this?
Passing it back to Yosef now. Urza's Saga ticks up to 2. Teferi ticks up to 3. Nadu all alone on the battlefield at the moment. There's a backup Nadu in hand. Attacking with Nadu.
Want to see?
Yeah.
Shuffle, and then this one resolves.
X is 0.
I'll name Vampire Hexmith.
Take 2. Normal.
Yep. I'm at 16. So I have to reveal it in the next 15 cards.
Take 2. 14.
Okay.
Another Nomads and Core resolves. Pretty good. Could potentially make a construct as well if we want a third creature. Double lands, finds another Nadu, Windswept Heath.
I'm dead.
I'll make a construct. Sure.
Okay, making a construct now. Gonna get 2 more Nadu activations. Or Nomads activations, I should say. Oh, wait, maybe not yet.
I figured with the Hexmith I get cast it now. I needed it to be the Hexmith.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Narcomoeba counter by a deduce on top of the library. Okay.
So keep this. And
So now I'll make a construct.
let me look at the exact wording for a second.
Alright, so making the construct then. 2 more triggers. Prismatic Ending, Swords. Prismatic Ending could be a way to get rid of that counterbalance. AG Potato has arrived in the chat, asking us to start the whole thing over.
Keep this.
That's all I can do. So I'll go to discard.
Yeah. No, because I need any combo deck, so no, makes sense.
Yes, thank you again to Roland for the gift subs earlier.
Imagine
That is true.
Alright, discarded a copy of Dread Return. Thassa's Oracle was in hand at some point. So a deduce, making a clue. Brainstorm now for Phil. Nadu and Nomads and Core ready to go for this turn. Still haven't activated them this turn.
That's why whenever I play this deck, I bring modern deck because I either win or lose.
I'll be right back.
Just gonna read that because I haven't uploaded those. I'm sorry.
Name
Shuffles
8.
4 cards.
Name spirits. Podcast Simeon Spirit. Okay. Here we go.
Put it back 2 ponders.
That's fine.
One blue, Emery. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you say Wednesday you get off?
There we go. We'll go to tennis. Okay.
Name wizards.
So
Four.
this doesn't get anything weird.
What's in play, what's not?
So this is just a
So
2.
these are in play.
This is a 2.
These just came into play. These are in my hand.
And I'm at 10.
So 4. 5.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, you can also attack the base. Or I guess you can attack your
I will try to cast a Potter.
I'll second. Don't think there's anything to do about that. This goes up to 2.
Force.
Sorry about that, everybody. I had my internet service provider checking in, which I appreciate. Looks like Yosef took the game. I missed a little bit of it myself. I had to step away.
Like it's in the legacy format that this would have.
There were some, maybe some cards missed that Phil played. Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
Catch me ponder. Sure.
All right, Phil starting off the game with a ponder. Storm with a great question. Will we ever find out what the Underground Sea is for? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Agent Potato pointing out that Graveyard Hate could be pretty good against Phil. Phil trying to do the Mystic Sanctuary thing. I agree. Depends what your Graveyard Hate cards are. Like, would I bring in my 4 Leyline of the Voids against Phil? Probably not. But something like Soul Guide Lantern, Ghost Vacuum, something like that. Here's Cephalid Illusionist. It's possible Phil played Witness the Future. That is a card Phil has been playing.
I'm going to deduce.
Do you play Fluctuator on that?
Not yet. No, there's no slot. There's no need.
That's a deduce.
Please cycle. 1 damage each, and I'll shoot this. I'll draw.
Prismatic Ending going right after Cephalid Illusionist. Char Twin. Happy affiliate anniversary. Some party hats in the chat today.
Gotcha. Good.
Mystic Sanctuary. Pass the turn from Phil. So Urza Saga. Now we'll tick up to Chapter 2. That's a clue on Phil's side. Tropical Island for Yosef. Can start making some constructs now. Top left of your screen, you see Audrey, you see Lord, our monthly gift sub and cheerleaders, holding us down.
Cycle Lorien.
Island Cycling Lorien revealed. Finds another Mystic Sanctuary. We were just talking about Mystic Sanctuary. What will Phil put him back on top this time? Tell you what, the MVP of that game 1, I think, was Teferi Time Raveler. The card is pretty good against Phil's game plan. Lorien revealed goes back on top. Here's Counterbalance.
Good.
Okay, so Counterbalance in play. 5 mana value card on top. Construct created. About to hit Chapter 3 of Urza Saga. It could potentially find what class? Shuko. Another construct will be created here by Urza Saga. Now we're going to search.
And then the Bob will show me flush round. Oh, that's sick. Exactly what I need.
Yosef seems unsure what to do here. Ghost Vacuum. Okay. Okay. Twitch chat asked for it. There's the Graveyard Hate.
I discarded a resource. 2, 3, 3.
Okay.
Yosef heard the chat. Somehow. Attacking with the construct. Another Urza Saga. Okay. Phil being presented with a different set of problems in this game too.
Yeah.
The mystery of the Underground Sea hasn't been solved yet, has it?
Second.
Okay, another Island Cycling Lorien revealed. Mystic Sanctuary once again. Prismatic Ending targeting Ghost Vacuum. Gonna exile Lorien revealed in response. Alright, the Ghost Vacuum is defeated. Now Mystic Sanctuary putting Ponder on top, so 1 mana value on top of the deck for counterbalance. Pass the turn back to Yosef, who's building a construct army here. Sometimes with these breakfast decks, the backup plan of just swinging with constructs is enough. Attacking for 4.
I know there was vintage yesterday. Some people maybe
Will the next Urza Saga look for Shuko? Maybe. Yeah, the Underground Sea could just be for Prismatic Ending. That's very possible.
too little.
Okay, Ponder off the top. Gets cast immediately. Ponder shuffle.
You got to Union Square for Legacy.
Go ahead.
Brainstorm gets countered, revealing Prismatic Ending on top of the library with counterbalance. Another construct has been created. Ooh, different construct token. Urza Saga up to chapter 3. Does Phil still run Terminus? Yeah, we saw Terminus in game 1 get like surveilled into the graveyard or something. Terminus is still in the deck.
Sure. Yeah, there's I don't really know which but there's a lot of like stuff happening. They're trying to
Shuko is found this time.
turn us through the end of the year.
Players are just looking for a 4th construct token here. Phil with a whole bunch of tokens apparently.
Just use this thing for now. That's fine. You want to cut?
You're good.
Okay, using something else as a construct. So 4 constructs, one of them equipped with Shuko, it looks like. They're pretty big. They're each 5 power base.
5, so this is 6, 5, 5.
We don't have any mock fanatic.
Hit the guy.
Okay, Source of Plowshares on the one that is equipped with Shuko. There are 4 constructs. One of them is brand new, so it didn't attack.
Yeah, supposedly it has like a healthy turn.
If the sword succeeds, it'll be 8 damage coming in.
So I'm getting 6. Use this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4 blocks when dealing with.
Like I've watched some.
When it comes into play, target player's hand, you may choose an online from it. If you do, that player deals a chosen card into puts it into
Vendilion Click. Wow.
I can cycle this.
I'd rather just like play Q.
That's our response of that. It resolves.
I'll target you.
That was like one
Target you with the trigger, I'm guessing.
Slice, and then
Bounce it back to your hand.
Okay, so Petty Theft on the click with its trigger on the stack. Its enters ability on the stack. Targeting Yosef. Force pitching counterbalance, countering Petty Theft. That will resolve. The hand is revealed. Nadu, Ponder, Nomads, Incor, and Swords to Plowshares.
I'll take Nadu.
It goes to the
Bottom.
graveyard or bottom.
You draw a card.
I will play.
I'll block a contract.
Block the constructs. Yeah, so it's gone. You take 3. 3.
Wait, why did the construct die?
Whenever turn doodads, go ahead. No cards in hand.
Okay, Shuko is exiled by Prismatic Ending. Nope, Force of Negation.
Good news.
Okay, that is the match. Yeah, the construct should not have died in combat there, but Phil concedes. Yosef gets the match. GG's. Well played. Just something was missed there.